Hey lovely parents, you're welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm going to be answering one question I feel like people have asked me again and again, and I just thought, okay, I'm just going to share some useful questions here with us. So I know a lot of times when I'm talking about how to connect with our children, I talk about using open-ended conversations. And some people are like, "Ah, I'm struggling with this thing. All I can ask my child when they return from school or when they return from anywhere is how are you? How was school today? And it's just fine, good. Me, I always encourage my children to stop using one word answer. So that happens when people are talking to them, how are you? And they go fine. And I said, no, stop using one word answer. Say, I am fine. But I see that sometimes it's just the default answer. So I feel like if we learn to ask better questions, then we would get better answers. So in today's video, I'm going to be providing 10 questions that you can ask your children that can help to spark meaningful conversations. So you can build on it, to be honest, because I feel like once they answer one question, it might lead to another. So it just helps to just play around it really, and you can check online for more. That's why I'm recording this video with my laptop, because I had to do a note of some of those questions. So let's get right into it. I'm going to put it into like maybe two categories. The first five for the younger children, and then the next five or more for the older children. You know that for younger children, anything that is fun, that is captivating, that's them. Anything that sounds like play. Children ages 10 and downwards, anything that revolves around play, fun, that's where you will find them. Let's look at five questions that we can ask our children ages 10 and under. My favorite is, what made you smile today? So that's number one. Number one is, what made you smile today? It never fails. Because you're forcing them to think, and then you're also helping them to reflect on their experience that day with gratitude and with joy. So, what made you smile today? Yes, you can ask them that. Number two is, what was the best thing about school today? Or what did you enjoy the most about school today? Or what was the favorite thing that happened in school today? Helping them, asking that, you're helping them to reflect on how their school went, and then they'll be able to tell you how school was that day. So just rephrase it around, instead of asking how was school today, what did you enjoy the most about school today? What was the favorite thing that happened in school today? Just so, don't just say how was school today. If you ask me how was school today, the best you can get from me is school was fine, or school works, or school was great. So the third thing would be, um what was something kind you did for someone today, or that someone did for you today? This is a very good way to actually nurture kindness and empathy, especially if you have kindness or empathy as part of your family value. So if it's something you have been intentional about teaching your children, then ask them, what was something kind that you did for someone today? Or what was something kind that someone did for you today? They'll look you and like, oh, my friend shared a toy with me, or oh, I shared my cookies with lagbaja or tamedun. So that's a good way to actually get your younger children to talk. That's number three. You could also ask them, yes, I also like asking this one, what do you like the most about being you? Yes, what do you like the most about being you? This one, you are helping them to look at their self-worth. You're helping to actually build their sense of self-esteem. It could be, oh, I like my eyes, oh, I like my nose. It has to be about them. So they're going to like look inward. It could be, oh, I like the way I speak. It could be, oh, I like the way I can help others. Oh, I like the way I listen to others. Oh, I like the way I help people out. So you're helping them to do like an assessment of themselves, and then they are placing value on themselves. It's a good way to actually help your children build their self-esteem. So please do not forget that. And then the other thing you can ask your younger children is, what's something new you would like to learn? Yeah, you can ask them that. What's something new you would like to learn? They could tell you, I want to fly an airplane. You would hear all sorts of wild things, I'm telling you. But that's one good thing you could ask them. Let me give us a bonus here. So that would make it the number six. Is, what's your favorite thing to do with your brother, your sister, with the family, with me, your mom, with me, with your dad? What that would do is it would help you to know what they enjoy doing with you. So when you ask your younger child, what's the favorite thing you would like me to do with you? They will spill. And so you know that when you're trying to connect with them, it's giving you ideas of activities or things you can do that would help them connect. So, just for a recap, you are going to ask them the number one thing is what made you smile today? The number two thing is what did you enjoy the most about school today, or what was the best thing about school today, whichever way you want to ask it. Number three thing is what is something kind you did for someone today, or what is something kind someone did for you today. The number four thing you want to ask your children is what made you smile today? Yes, what made you smile today? That's the number four thing. The number five thing is ask them what's something new you would like to learn. What's something new you would like to learn? And the number six thing I talk about is ask them what's the favorite thing? What's your favorite thing you would like to do with me or you would like to do with your brother? Just ask your brother, the family, your daddy, your friends, what's the favorite thing you would like to do? So I hope that helps those of us with children 10 and under. Now, let's talk about children ages 11 and above. While some of those questions for the younger children can work for them, yes, you can. So you can actually incorporate it. So, one of the things you could ask them is, what's something you are really proud of lately? So it kind of helps them to assess their activities maybe over a couple of time, and then they're able to give you answers. Say, oh, I'm really proud of this. I'm really proud when I did X, Y, and Z or something. So the other question, which is number two, now that you can ask them is, what's something you have been thinking about but you haven't said out loud? This one you might get an answer or you might not get. It just really depends. But just ask them. So this way you're trying to get into their mind. You're trying to see what's going on in there, especially with teenagers who can really become coded at some point. So if you've built connection over time, if you ask them this question, you might be able to get some answers. You could also then ask them that what helps you feel calm when you are stressed. Yeah. So you know how to help them when they feel stressed. You know how to come in, you know how to be there for them when they have their moments. So what helps you to feel calm when you are stressed? uh, I've asked my children this one before. What's something you wish adults understood better about kids? I mean, about people of your age, really. You will be amazed at what they will tell you. So just try to ask them that, what's one thing you wish I actually understand better about being your age, about this your age range, because sometimes you feel like I don't understand you enough. So help me to understand, what do you wish I understand better about being your age? Remember, you've also been a child before, but don't use your experiences. You cannot base their life, you cannot project your experiences on them. So hear from them, let them tell you what they wish we, the adults in their life, understand better. Yeah, you can also ask them what made you smile recently or what made you laugh recently. You could also ask them, for older ones, if you could change one thing about the world, what would it be? These are just general tips, these are just general conversations that would help you to see how they are perceiving the world, would help you to understand the kind of things that are going on internally within them. So you just want to ask questions that would help you to have conversations. And you find out that most of these questions, as you're asking them, you would begin to build on it. You would begin to build on it. The other one that I really like is, if you could spend one day doing whatever you wanted, what would you like? If you could spend one day doing whatever you wanted, what would you like? We could easily say, they would rather say being on their device of play, but you would be amazed if you actually ask them, because it then helps you to know what really matters to them. How do you find that helpful? Just a quick recap on what you could ask your older children. I talked about that you could ask them that, what's something that you have done lately that you're really proud of. You could even say, oh, what's something you did today that you're really proud of, or what's something you've done this week that you're really proud of. You could ask them, what's something that you've been thinking about lately but you haven't been able to say out loud, or that you haven't said out. Ask them what helps you feel calm when you're stressed. Yeah, ask them that, what's something you wish adults understand about being that adults understand better about being your age. And I think the other one I said that if you would change one thing in the world, what would it be? If you could change one thing in the world, what would it be? There was also the part about, okay, if you could spend one day doing whatever you wanted to do, what would that be? What would it look like? I hope you find today's tips helpful. So I'm sure that with this, you should no longer be stuck with, okay, what can I ask my question? What can I ask my children? How can I spark up conversations with them? And please remember that you don't have to ask all these questions at once. No. It doesn't mean that when I ask this, oh, this one, then this has to know. You don't have to ask all of this. These are just to give us ideas of how we can spark up conversations. It's really about creating daily moments where we can foster connection, where we can build healthy connections with our children. So I would say one question, one conversation at a time. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and please share it with another parent that you love. Please tell me, which of these questions are you going to be trying out first? Leave that in the comment section. And till I come your way again, keep winning. Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel if you have not done so.